As for Vembor, who knows? So he's arid, which is pretty close to desert, which means deserts are going to be within his sort of habitable range. So we kind of want to stop him from potentially getting any of that. Also, there's kind of a little bit of a choke sort of important hyperlane spot here, which I wouldn't mind grabbing as well. So I think I can do one of two things. There's a Gaia world in Thad. So what I could do is I could go and put a frontier outpost in Thrad, and then colonize backwards, or put multiple frontier outposts in, and then sort of get that sorted. And that should limit the expansion of this nation, this empire, which is sort of what we're going to be wanting to do here. So we're actually going to send him over here, and we're going to survey this system. We're going to survey it starting from the star, because we're probably going to want to build a frontier outpost there soon. Probably. Ah, of course, we do have debris. Yeah, it is only...
Research complete.
It is only that type of debris though, so that's fine. Okay, so we have our colony ships done, so now we have to decide on the next thing. I always find galactic ambitions to be an amazing technology. It takes a long time early on to do, but giving you the 20% border range plus survey data is pretty good. We will take a long time to do this, but it will really work out in our favor towards the end. So that's what we're going to have to do. Can't believe I picked Fanatic Materialist. Oh well. Yeah. So we'll try and see if we can get Thrad. If we can get Thrad, then we can work our way backwards and secure this as our territory, which will be hugely beneficial. Take this guy over first, block him from going into here, and then we've got at least this stuff to play around with as well. And then we can also figure out what we're going to do over here, but that will take time. Also, depending on this guy's FTL tech, he might be able to get over here anyway, so... yeah, there's those Kappa aliens doing their science stuff. Alright. Okay, so our construction ship is idle. Now, we've got a lot of science within our borders, so it's just figuring out which we want. So if I take a look at what I've currently got going, even though I really like getting physics research early on, ideally I would like society. And engineering isn't too bad either. 2 of that engineering, though, is on a planet that we will eventually be colonizing for ourselves, so there's no particular need to go and grab that just yet. Still, we will grab this society research, and then we'll double back over here and get this. Okay. We have a colony ship ready to be built, but we don't quite have the resources available just yet, if memory serves. Yeah, 350. Now, I could have not queued up those particular things, and it was probably smarter to do that, but honestly, the additional science is rather important. We're falling a little bit behind on science right now, so getting that working will be really good. Okay. That's weird. We haven't received any contact with you, but we know of you now. Xenophobic isolationists. Great. And you are... I don't know what that world type is. Tundra? Tropical. Tundra or tropical, gosh knows. Tundra. Cool. Still confused as to where this guy's second tropical world is, but that's fine. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe that's a bug. Okay, so this is the... Yep, okay. See, if this Gaia world is pretty terrible, and I suspect it might be, it's pretty small, we might actually just sort of give up on it if this isn't a particularly amazing system. Yeah, okay, so this is slowly turning out to be pretty average. We will finish colonizing it, surveying it, just because I really like to see everything completely surveyed. But then we're actually going to go and survey this system instead. I no longer care about this system, unless this turns out to be an amazing planet. That's a bit weird. Go home, science ship, you're drunk. Okay. Ready to start building our colony ship, so let's get that on the go.
System survey complete.
Yeah, terrible. Okay, cool. So this one doesn't bother us. Now, because I haven't researched you guys, I can't even have a look at you, but I might be able to... Ooh, hyperlane. Pretty sure that's hyperlane. Isn't that the same thing that we get when we go through our stuff? Well, he's coming through to this particular... Yep. He's totally hyperlane. Yep. Okay, so good news. We know this guy's hyperlane, so all we have to do is put a frontier outpost on this system and he will be stuck. At least in this regard. He'll still be able to continue on this way, but that's it. We also don't need to risk him coming out over to here, because he would have to go all the way through here in order to do so. And the AI usually doesn't do that. Okay, Gagasi Hegemony has declared the Ober-Dominion as their rival. That is fantastic news. By them doing that, that's already got the relations here in a place where they won't ally. I knew that they wouldn't ally, but I was kind of curious to see how things were going to go here to begin with, so... How are we going here? Yeah, we're going pretty well. Oh, I'm having an issue with my monitor, just give me 1 second. Oh, sounds like it's unpaused. Finicky monitor. Okay. I might be in just a second. Hopefully it's just a issue plugging back in. You guys are seeing all this action going on screen. I could have declared war with me and I'd never know. Slight apologies about that. We'll edit it out in post. No, we totally won't. Okay, so we got a couple of transmissions. That's fine. Ooh, that's not fine. You sly son of a... Well, The AI just did what I was going to do. So, and really, are you really surprised? We didn't even finish looking at this system, but it's already amazingly good. So, well, that is potentially problematic. I can't tell. Arctic, okay. From there, maybe here? Unknown. And we also discovered the Yon Kingdom, which is an advanced start. So here you can see what I was talking about. Advanced AI starts with 3, and they, yeah, it's quite beneficial. But it adds a little bit of interesting flavor. Alright, so our construction ship is busy doing nothing. Alright, how far is our colony ship away? 74 days, that's not long. Look, how about you build that second mining station, and then I'll figure out what to do with you then. Yeah. 4 energy on a single planet. Wow. Well, good work. Good work. It wouldn't have really mattered, but like the moment I would have, if my monitor hadn't have had issues, I would have sent my constructor over there. I wouldn't have been able to get it done in time, but yeah. Alright, let's send you home.
Construction complete.
Okay, we got that colonizer. Violent hatchling. Alright, so we have to make the decision now between these two. And out of these two, this is probably the better system to colonize. Mostly because it's closer to his borders. It'll potentially get this system as well. And it'll really project quite a lot of border range in this regard. I think it's the best choice. I'm not 100% certain on that yet. But I'm willing to give it a shot. So, like, I prefer how the other world looks as a first sort of colonist world, but this one isn't too bad. So I think we're running on... I don't think we've fully updated the game yet. Not what I wanted. In terms of colony ship placement, it's kind of not going to matter because we're just going to be building this as a mineral world. We're going to put it there, even though there's not much in the way of food there, because it'll work out. It's going to be pretty slow growing, which is kind of what we want. We're at -1 energy, mostly because of the colony ship. Okay, let's build... We can't build a second colony ship just yet. That's okay. We get our science ship back, and we have. Let's go have a quick look at this, and I suppose you could survey this as well on the way back. No, survey this, then this. It's about time for me to build a second science ship, actually, so we should get on that. So once you've sort of secured, had a look around, you've discovered whether or not you have a lot of expansion. So here we have a lot of expansion opportunities. We've got a fair amount of planets, systems in this area that we can expand to. We have all this to be our playground as well. So it really means, and plus when we deal with this guy, we'll have quite a fair amount of open space there as well. So we really need to sort of figure out what we're going to do in terms of, what type are you? Okay, you're pacifist. Alright, so you're not going to conquer him soon. So we really need to figure out, you know, how we're going to play the game at this point. So if you're going to be growing tall, then you're probably going to be focusing on, like, if you don't have a huge amount of space to deal with, you're probably going to be building a second constructor and just building improvements everywhere that you can to just maximize the amount of income that you're getting from the systems that are within your range. However, we have the opposite. We have so much space available to us that we need to find the best places to exploit and exploit them as fast as we can. So that's what we're going to be doing over here. Now, look, I wouldn't mind getting some more society tech here, but comet sighting, but it was uneventful because we're materialist. Oh, what are you doing? No. No. I know exactly what you're about to do. Gosh darn it. We are going to get beaten to the punch not once but twice here. Okay, fine. You want to play that game to complete this game? Let's move here and survey this.
Construction complete.
Actually, while we're looking at you, oh, you're also hyperlane. That's great. We have a spare scientist here, so we'll go and survey these two systems here. Alright, constructor, let's get you... Okay, so if you're also hyperlane, how much border range will that give you? Probably will be enough to get into Procyon. But probably not enough to get into here. Oh, we haven't even been into these two systems yet. Okay. Can you go to these two and then come back? Yeah. We'll get Procyon eventually. We can block him at Nous and Noilion if we need to. But since we know he's hyperlane, that really... Excellent. Glorious. Okay, good. No... You know where this guy's second tropical world's going to be, don't you? Probably in this one, although that's listed as low. We should be able to tell whether or not... Yeah, I reckon it's going to be in here. The reason why we couldn't find and actually explored the correct place yet. Oh, thank gosh. I was really worried that I was talking out of my ass there. And there's another desert world there. There's another desert world there. How big? Tiny. No, that's not it. Ooh, quite sizable. Quite sizable. Okay. System starting from there. Let's hope we don't get beaten to the punch here again. Okay, cool. It's instead built over here.
Research complete.
It's good for us. We don't massively need the improved spaceport just yet. I really like defense platforms, especially if we're going to be going up against Hyperlane. Yeah, okay. Let's get defense platforms as we need. colony ship just yet. Okay, started working out on this. That's good. Let's get this frontier outpost built. We can, however, find out what you are. Alright, you're a wormhole guy. That's kind of beneficial. Predict his movement patterns quite significantly.
Anomaly found.
Leave B for now. We'll get to all the anomalies all researched and stuff in a second. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about space piracy. Whoops. That if we are going to need to build at least a couple of corvettes here, which I did forget about. But yeah, this planet already giving us 3 is pretty good. Hopefully we don't get something really good in orbit of the desert world.
Hostile fleet detected.
Oof. Okay, so he's probably in this system. 104 is just a little too much, which means we're going to lose our science here. Probably. Although we did just get another one. Oh, he warped out. Oh, okay, he's going to go over here and blow this one instead. Annoying, but that's okay. We forgot about the Birth of Space Piracy event, and so we're being penalized for it. Losing some minerals isn't a huge deal.
System survey complete.
Okay, that's none too shabby. And like I said, pulsars give you a decent amount of science, so they're always worth grabbing. Excellent. Physics research on this planet as well. Okay. What do you have on you? Natural beauty. Cool. So with him having wormhole, he can sort of bypass this, which is okay. But, oh. Another natural beauty world with one lot of 3 minerals, which is okay, but it's in a bit of a terrible spot. There's sort of nowhere I can build my landed colonist ship to give a huge bonus to this, so... But that's alright. These things happen.
System survey complete.
Okay.
Construction complete.
So yeah, Procyon is currently within his borders, but you'll find that it'll move to ours after a small amount of time. Okay, just space cows. Alright, I'm also going to recruit an admiral here, if we've got a good one. And we do. Fire rate is essentially giving an additional corvette here, so that's good. This together should be good enough to basically deal with what we need here.
Anomaly found.
Leave B for now.
Colony established.
Excellent. Excellent. And we're going to get serious within our borders here as well, so that will work for us. So the Gagasi hegemony, if they wanted to, could still go through here and beat us to the punch in regards to this entire long line of things. Not a huge deal because we're going to be going against them first. It's just, it would be better for us if we sort of knew we had that entire line secured. Our real threat is actually in the form of the Vem sovereignty, which we know is also hyperlane. So we can block them in two places, Absaja Min and Dradam. At that point, they're really limited in progress, at least in this way. They would have to go out here. And I imagine fairly soon the conglomerate of Cyrus is going to expand. And it's possible that they will expand in such a way as to get this star in their systems. If they do that, then the Vem sovereignty is completely blocked, at which point they will be pretty... So that's what we're probably going to be going for next. Okay. Where is your base? Okay, deflectors are good. They start you on the way to shields. Fusion reactors, solar panel networks are good. Basically, everything here is good. We will jump into deflectors though, because some additional... Actually, no. If these guys are truly crystalline elites, then we should actually switch to fusion reactors. I suppose we should also research these guys. It's going to stop our society research for 180 days. But honestly, I don't care. What is our society research? Yeah, still ages to go. Okay. There's a military station. That's good. That's a bigger military station than I am. Huh. Maybe I am playing the latest patch, or maybe because the pirates get like bigger layers, because that's quite sizable. Like sizable enough that I probably can't actually take them on at current levels. Still, we have basic computers now, so let's update our corvettes to throw in some additional fire rate and weapons damage. The reason why we take that is because it will provide us with the biggest sort of boost. The other thing that we can do, and I've done this a few times, is rather than having a small and a medium, I often don't mind taking 3 smalls. It doesn't like hugely improve everything, but the accuracy bonus is sometimes just enough to make up when dealing with other corvettes, which is what we're going to have to deal with. Still, we'll see how it goes. We're going to have to just play defensively, I think, for now. There's the pirate fleet. It's only 104. Okay.
Evading hostile fleet.
No, you don't need to do that. It's fine. He's not. Or at least he shouldn't be. Yep, cool. Alright, there we go. So we've got this up and running now. That's fantastic. We're surveying these systems. That's fantastic. Now we get to exploit them, which is also fantastic. So let's get on that exploitation, shall we? Actually, we'll start with the research and then we'll grab the mining. What am I going to do about you? There's a desert world here, and it only has mining drones, which are pretty easy to deal with. Okay. So if that's the case, let's go and upgrade you guys. It's not going to take much to upgrade you. And the reason why we haven't started building kind of anything anywhere else is because with those pirates, they'll either be hitting up planets or our home system. So that's good. lots of engineering science here which we can abuse. And don't you worry, we'll be doing that. Alright, let's think about where I want to go next. Where do I want to secure next? As a Hyperlean Empire, this does have me vaguely worried, but I can't imagine that these guys will focus on this. Of course, I could be wrong. I really want to get in here, and there are a couple of other desert worlds. So there's a desert world here and a desert world here. So let's go and survey this system next. Oh, that could be bad.
System survey complete.
Cool, you're in watering, like doing that, that's good. Okay.
Special project complete.
And here we go, we've done all this. So we can establish listening posts or take them apart. I always like
Situation updated. Special project complete. Situation log updated. Special project complete. Special project complete. Special project complete. Situation log updated.
And those are all of the, or it should be all of the special projects done. Okay. Oh yeah, we can totally grab these two here as well. They both finish in 90 days, so we'll get that done now. Now these guys can be sometimes problematic, but it doesn't look like they're going to be spawning in anywhere where they're going to attack our
Ships
stuff.
upgraded. Construction complete.
Okay. So our ships currently can easily defeat the pirates, but we want to make it so that way we're not taking any damage. More than like one corvette loss basically. So we're going to improve our fleet there. Okay, our confident hatchling is finished, so I need to figure out where to send him next. Nothing new is going to be within our borders except for this system, which we can't deal with just yet. So let's go and just get this system surveyed, because if it's really good, then I'll grab it.
Station under attack.
Station under attack already? Where? Space Amoeba? Here I was saying, oh yeah, we don't need to worry about that because he's not going to be wanting to get this star. Apparently, I was incorrect about that. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're going to lose that science. But I need to just wait, because I'm nowhere near in a position capable of dealing with a space amoeba just yet. But if he goes for our frontier outpost, I'm just going to have to go in.
Special project complete.
Okay. So we can get the Cloudbuster, which damages void clouds better, or we can add a list of likely void cloud systems to our log, which is kind of... I don't think I've ever sort of seen the reason to get that. So we'll get this for just some basic physics
Special
research.
project complete.
But here we go, lenses. So because we have a Xenophar, we get the access to a prismatic lenses modifier, which means for the rest of the game we get 10% physics. So currently we're sitting at 10. I click this and 10.5. So, dear game, that's not 10%, is it? Yeah, I hate to tell you, game, but that's not how 10% works. This says 10, but this went from 10 to 10.5. Oh, good work, Stellaris. Okay. Still, it's a net gain for very little work, so... Alright.
Anomaly found.
Leave B for now. Now, anomalies can often have some really good things on them, but I was waiting until our borders were completely secure before I started researching them. Do I want to get one more? Well, you're going to easily be defeated by that anyway. The question is, what are you then going to do? Are you going to go towards here? I think that's what you do next. Yeah, you're going straight there. Okay, I need to get on that sooner rather than later. I do, it'll take a month just for these guys to even get out of orbit, but hopefully we can get here in time.
Construction complete.
Can't even see the gas giant that they'd be going for, so kind of confused, but
anomaly found.
Leave this one for now as well. Yeah, we should be able to get in here and deal with that pretty quickly. Bit. What was that? Pre-space stuff? Okay, cool. So we've got a atomic age civilization here, which means that this would provide us with some fantastic science if we could build an outpost there. But because they're already in the atomic age, that means that these guys are pretty close to becoming spacefaring, and so they won't provide us with a huge amount of science. Like, it won't last until the end of the game. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be fine here, I think. We shouldn't lose even a single vessel. Just gonna get you in there as well.
Hostile fleet engaged. Research complete.
We might lose one vessel.
Situation.
It's pretty close, but...
System survey complete.
Okay, so amoebas. If I remember correctly, amoebas
System survey complete.
don't really provide us with many things. So I don't think there's any particular need to bother with that there. So we will actually... I'll actually get you to go and repair. And even the Alpha will go and get him into the same location. Alright, so as long as those pirates don't choose this time to go and jump on us, it should be okay. I'd like to go and deal with the pirates pretty much now. That isn't a fantastic... Let's just move there, see if they've been dealt with already, and see how powerful they are. We have some engineering research available. Missiles aren't particularly interesting to us. Robots are. Armor... Yeah, we'll go... Okay. Yeah, so see, these are pretty easy. So we can come in there, clean those guys up, and then see about that world. Where is the... I thought we had a colonizer world in here, wasn't this? Why is it red? Something moves with near purpose. What? Right, do the... we have to do that anomaly first. I wouldn't mind going and researching most of this, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to survey this planet, which I should be able to do without triggering them. And maybe have a pet. Like, I can get in here as well, but I want to become friends with these guys first. So... We're still... hegemonic imperialists hate going to alliances. We can probably still make that work. I guarantee your independence. Offer you some migration access. Some information, some star charts. Actually, let's not give star charts. Let's give you some military access. And to top it all off, we'll give you some minerals. Energy, because apparently energy is the thing you most request, so... There we go. They're happy to accept that. So we're going to have that for a number of years. Okay, and as you can see, we've got some bonuses now. We have 25 for non-aggression pact, 25 for guaranteeing military independence, 5 for granting military access, 10 for migration treaty, and 15 for charismatic. So there's this. Plus, for as long as we hit stuff, we're going to start getting some bonuses to the alliance over here, which might be enough to get us there, especially if they change to friendly. We'll see how that goes. The embassy still has 40 points after all, so that's pretty good. Okay, pirate fleet is on the move. That's fantastic. They're going there. Let's deal with them. Now, these guys haven't had a chance to repair, but that's okay. We're going to create a new fleet. You can just go and repair, and you guys can come over here. Really? That's not what I wanted to do at all. You go and repair. And you. Okay.
Station under attack.
Yep, perfect. Okay. Now we go and engage. And hopefully we don't take a single loss here.
Our fleet engaged.
Excellent, we're focusing fire, which is good. And our fire rate being far superior. We split fire now, which is a bit bad, so we're going to lose a single corvette. If we had a focused fire to continue with, we might not have lost a corvette there.
Situation log updated.
But that's okay. Alright, so the pirates are now dealt with. They do have a base. I don't think they ever build from their base though. We are going to build an additional corvette to make up for that though. Okay. Next up is probably a colony ship as of next month.
Research complete.
Okay, then we can start focusing on potential destruction. Power plant hubs. Power plant power hubs. Power plant power hubs. Choices. So I like both of these as far as tech goes. I even like point defense, which is amazing, but we will get point defense later on anyway, so that's good. We have Betharian visual, but we haven't found any Betharian, which is a little bit disappointing. Let's have a quick look at this planet. Unstable tectonics, engineering output, but is otherwise pretty meh, and the planet itself isn't that fantastic either. Still, this has a potential to be a really good system, and since he's hyperlane, we would really like to block him off here. I'd like to colonize this, frontier outpost this, and that should get everything up to Wasat within our range. Colonize this, remove that frontier outpost. Yeah, that should all work. Okay. So I'm actually going to get us sensors. The reason being is that while I normally would go down the power route, we have... Actually, we are starting to lose out on power a little bit as well. fine. We'll start with you, and we'll see how it goes. I don't mind sensors, they're pretty solid, so... But we are starting to lose out on power. Speaking of, how's our planet going? Okay, so he's going and doing lots of stuff, which is good. We basically want to get this to the point where we have enough to upgrade this to a planetary administration, because under here there is also, I'm pretty sure there was also some minerals, so I could be wrong. I think I am wrong actually, but that's okay. Alright, we need more energy. So if we were to get more energy, how would we pull it off? We probably don't need any additional at this point. So this guy here is really not providing us with too much good stuff. So let's... Can't clear it just yet, but at the end of the month we'll be able to. And once we'll send that guy across there and then build a power plant. We have some power available in these systems, which we'll probably need to focus on.
Situation log updated.
Really? Ah. Awesome. These guys are pretty cool. They're floating... Like these guys are like aliens that they just sort of go around doing stuff. They're not yeah, they don't warping to Adlib. Is that within our sectors? Deep. Let's turn caps lock off. No. Okay. So if you finished having a look at them whilst yeah, so you're just gonna constantly go back and forth. If you finish researching them while they're within your sort of space, you can get some cool stuff. So I was hoping to get that. Alright, let's... No, you know what? Let's have you sit here. Let's have you survey the system. And... You guys are all done. Even though we could deal with the pirate station there, I instead want to deal with this. Because I want to know if I want to send my colony ship off to there. As for our other science ship, this was a bust, this system, so we don't need to worry about that. Procyon is still a while away from being within our borders, but these ones, on the other hand, aren't too far. Let's start with... Actually, you know what? Let's start with you. And then double back. These guys will no doubt... We'll start seeing second colonies pop up from some of these guys pretty soon. Excellent. Cyrus did the move that I was hoping he would do. And that will limit the Vem sovereignty significantly. I want to get an alliance out of these guys before I go to war, because the negative opinion penalties for going to war will be quite strict. Yeah, cool. You're not building any new guys, so that's good. Excellent. So we've been in here again now, so we should be able to see that these are elite. See how they have the word elite? And medium crystal entity red elite. So these are fantastically amazing, and I am very happy to have them on the edge of our borders. We will try and build a fleet with them soon enough. That's fine, just a stupid space amoeba. Alright, let's get you guys down over to here. Now, I actually would prefer to just drones and then the station. We'll probably lose a Corvette to the station, so if I can fight them independently, I should have a minimum loss. I also would like to get some of these energy credits on the go, so... Not to mention that science. We'll build this mining station and then move here. 4 science is pretty huge, so...
Special project complete.
Okay,
Situation log updated.
So, the United... Oh, okay, TGSC Director. Okay, cool, that's what the acronym is for. You have nothing to fear from us, no interest in planet-bound affairs, we respect their autonomy, blah 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 blah. Should that change, we'll eventually share communications with any fellow planet dwellers we come across. Cool. So, there we go. For instance, we now know about these guys, so that's good. It's kind of like not good in that, you know, they are going to get negative opinions when we go and do stuff, but that's fine. So we started with 11, I think. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of 11 are already discovered, which means there's only 3 more to be found. Chances are this is, well, this might not be a cluster. So this is a cluster, and there's probably another guy here, I guess.
Anomaly found.
Leave be. Okay. Come on. There we go. So see, we've gotten too close. The mining drones are triggered. Let's go and deal with them.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Devastation would be quite problematic. They're still going to pop a Corvette because we're splitting fire. I really wish there was a way to be like, hey guys, how about you don't split fire?
Situation
But
log
it's not really an
updated.
option, so... Okay, we got the drone bounty edict. So the edict's pretty interesting. So they sit in your policy thing. And this says energy credits per fleet defeated. And the thing about this is you can just toggle this on and off at will. So, you know, whenever we want to go and defeat a drone fleet, we can
Hostile
just toggle it
fleet
on
engaged.
and get the benefit and then toggle it off. An additional Corvette to this system, to this station.
System survey complete.
Alright. Okay, so that's an alright system. It's not fantastic. That engineering science is pretty good, but engineering is really what we're going to be focusing on this game, so that's kind of problematic. How close are we to getting 3 months? Okay. So in 3 months, we'll see how our borders expand, and then we'll sort of know what we're going to be doing.
Situation log updated.
I'm hoping we'll get Prion out of that, but we'll see.
Construction complete.
Alright, so refractory hatchling is ready. There's someone at our door. Oh yeah, that'd be... Wow, why is this system so terrible? Alright, let's send you home. Send you home?
System survey complete.
I forget that Hyperlane can sort of teleport out of anywhere in the system. Okay, that's a really average system, which is sort of depressing. It's really quite depressing.